Good morning, students. Today we'll start with a new chapter, surface chemistry. There are some terms we will talk about in this chapter. First, that is adsorption. Adsorption is basically surface phenomena. Actually, as the name says, surface, we will talk about in this chapter the reactions taking place on the surface of maybe solid, maybe liquid. So adsorption, the definition I have written here, is the phenomena of attracting or retaining the molecules on the surface of the substance. That substance, as I said, can be solid or liquid. So you must have come across many examples of this adsorption in day-to-day life. Like children, you must have seen those silica gel packets which are there in the leather bags, casseroles, water bottles, Milton bottles. That is for adsorbing moisture on it. Okay, that process. So what is adsorption? It is basically a surface phenomena where the thing that is going and coming adsorbed doesn't go inside it. That remains only on the surface. Another new term we are discussing here is adsorbate. Adsorbate is a substance which is getting adsorbed. Like silica gel was, on that silica gel water is getting adsorbed. So water is adsorbate. And silica gel on which the things are getting adsorbed is called as adsorbent. That is the next term. So I told you three terms till now. Adsorption, surface phenomena, adsorbate, what is getting adsorbed, adsorbent on which it is getting adsorbed. Is it clear till here? Now, there is another term, desorption. Desorption is reverse of adsorption. Reverse of adsorption. That is, if moisture is there on the silica gel, you heat that silica gel, water will go away. When the gases are coming and getting adsorbed, the pressure is more on the gas, so they are getting adsorbed on it. If you reduce the pressure, desorption will occur. So what is basically desorption? It's reverse of adsorption, and it may occur by heating it or reducing the pressure. By increasing pressure, adsorbate comes and gets adsorbed, and by lowering pressure, it will leave the surface and go. Something like this, if I say, this is the adsorbate, on this what is getting adsorbed is, this is adsorbent, and what is getting adsorbed is adsorbate. Got it? Now next, we'll talk about some examples which prove adsorption actually occurs. First, there is some organic dye, methylene blue. It's blue in color. If you put in it activated charcoal or animal charcoal, that animal charcoal will take that blue color. Intensity of the blue color will reduce. This is one example. Intensity of that blue color dye decreases when we add charcoal to it. The charcoal takes that color and the blue color reduces. Second, very common example. Sugar is extracted from sugar cane, and if you have seen sugar cane is slightly yellow color. And the crystal, the sugar which we are using in houses is white. How it is made? How it is converted to white color? It is by adding animal charcoal to it. Animal charcoal will take that yellow color and it will decolorize it, and those crystals will be white in color. That is second example of this. So in a way, everybody is non-vegetarian. Animal charcoal is used to decolorize sugar. Third is silica gel, which I have discussed with you just now. Now, how do we understand the mechanism? Why actually adsorption is taking place? Suppose I consider this one container which is having some molecules in it. Why it is only taking place on the surface? Why not inside? See, this particular molecule I have taken in the bulk. This is called as bulk, and this is surface. Okay, in the bulk, the molecule is having forces of attraction from all the directions, from all the molecules around it. So what is the net force acting here? There is no net force. There is no net force acting on the molecule which is inside. Whereas this particle on the surface is only pulled with by the molecules which are present below it. So this is having net inward force. There is inward force acting on it. Inward force acting. So this is having, the surface is having net inward force. The molecules present there having net inward force. Anything that comes in contact with it gets attached onto the surface. So this is the mechanism of adsorption. Okay. So the residual forces on the surface, they are the main cause why adsorption occurs. Next thing is, adsorption is exothermic. Why do you think it is exothermic? See, these molecules, as I said, they are coming and getting adsorbed onto the surface. Means some sort of bond is formed between adsorbate and adsorbent, and always formation of a bond is exothermic process. So delta H is negative. The gas molecules are all moving around. They are coming and getting adsorbed. So its entropy is decreasing. If we apply that Gibbs-Helmholtz equation, delta G is delta H minus G delta S. We said this is negative. We said delta S is also negative. So this negative will become positive. This T delta S term becomes positive. When will the process be spontaneous? When delta G is more negative. That means initially the bonds are being formed. Entropy is decreasing throughout. But when the bonds are being formed, the delta H is negative. But after some time, what will happen? The whole surface will be covered by the adsorbate molecules. So there will be one particular point when equilibrium will be achieved, where delta H and delta T delta S become equal. That is called as adsorption equilibrium. The last topic we will consider is the difference between adsorption and absorption. Absorption everybody is familiar with. It's a bulk phenomenon. Adsorption is a surface phenomenon. That doesn't go inside it. Second is, adsorption is fast initially, then slows down. Reason, the surface, once it is covered with the adsorbate molecules, later on adsorption will not occur. So this is fast in the beginning, and this whereas absorption is uniform throughout. It takes place with the same rate because it is going in the bulk also. Okay, this point is clear, children. Rate is more in the beginning, then decreases, because once the surface is covered with adsorbate, no more adsorption can occur. Last, one very common example I have considered here, adsorption. Ammonia on charcoal. On the charcoal, ammonia gas gets adsorbed, whereas ammonia when put in water, it goes inside and dissolves. That is absorbed. Okay, many more examples will be there. We will consider more examples when we are taking the next topics of surface chemistry. Clear?